If you ever feel like you're trying every marketing trend and still not seeing results, you're not alone, my friend. So, in this episode, we're talking about three things standing between you and your marketing success and how to fix them. So, welcome to Beyond Common Business Secrets. I'm your host, Tracey Watts Cirino, and today we're cutting through the noise of marketing overwhelm. And like I said before, if you've ever felt like every single market, like you're doing all the things, you're trying what every marketing guru says, and still you're not seeing the results, I want you to know that you are not alone, my friend. So here's the truth. The truth, there are three major roadblocks standing between you and real marketing success. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to overcome them. So, friend, grab a notebook, your favorite coffee, tea, whatever you like to drink, because this episode is packed with insights to help you market smarter and ditch the harder. So, number one, lack of clear business foundations. So, oftentimes, why marketing efforts fail when your business direction isn't clear. So, maybe you don't know who you are, what you stand for, who you do it for, and why it's important to the world. So, if that's true, like if that's true for you, those are the first three questions you need to answer, right? Who am I? What do I do? Who do I serve? And why is it important for the world? Right? Um, Another reason lack of business foundation, like having no clarity there is like, do you know your mission, vision, and ideal client? Like, why do you do what you do? Why is it important? And what is your mission for serving it up to the world? And who are your ideal dream clients? Like clearly defining those. When you have those clearly defined, it comes through in all of your marketing. It comes so clear and true. So, like, here's the thing. I could come on and say, like, oh yeah, I'm a business coach. It's kind of generic, right? Not that there aren't tons of amazing business coaches, but I am a business coach slash life coach for women in business, right? Women that are struggling with overwhelm, doubt, and need clear systems and strategies to break through to the next level. See how that's crystal clear? Like, I am like the leadership whisperer, right? I help you get clear so you can communicate effectively. And this is all while creating the life and business of your dreams. Like, those are really clear. But if I hadn't done all the work on answering those, it would sound generic in nature. So, the third point under like having the lack of business foundation is like an actionable fix. So, you want to define your unique value proposition and target audience, right? Like, I can walk in a room filled with people that I've never met before and say, like, when they're like, what do you do? Even though I don't love that question, I'm more like, what what do you live for? What's your purpose? Like, I ask those meaningful questions. I'm that person. However, this is a common thing. You know, people will say, what do you do? It's like, I'll say, I work with female leaders, you know, people that are experts, coaches, uh, authors, leaders in their industry that are struggling to communicate clearly what their business does, what value they provide. You know, sometimes women in business feel like they have to behave like men. I'm the leadership whisperer who helps women be women and be super successful by designing a life and business of their dreams. See, like, so that's super clear. And you can say that. And I'm just going off the cuff because, you know, there's always like some version of that, right? So that's the thing. Define your unique value that you bring to the table and who your your target audience is. Um, I always used to tease, like when I worked with a lot of salons, I would say this, and this is true for everybody, right? You could say, oh, my client is anybody who's willing to pay me, right? And so people used to say, anybody that has a piece of hair on their head. Well, do you really want to work with someone that has one hair, or anybody that's willing to pay you, even if they're a jerk, even if none of their values match with yours? Like, that's not true. So by process of elimination, there's truth in knowing that you want to work with people that align with you. Like, I want to work with women that are stuck. Maybe they're stuck and they also know that they were meant for more, but they just don't know what step or what thing to do next. Like, those are my people. You know you were meant for more, but you're a little bit stuck. That is the woman that I work best with, right? So the next thing, which would be like the second thing on the list, is misalignment of your resources. So often you want to follow this next marketing guru, but you're not at that level yet. So the problem when you copy strategies from gurus have completely different resources. Say they have an entire marketing team. Like, I love Gary Vee so much. He's amazing. I'm not putting him down in any way, but I want to use this as an example. He says that you have to be on every platform and show up every single day. Well, I am one human and I have clients to serve, right? So here's the thing. You extract that strategy for where you are. If you're just starting out, you show up on your favorite platform that has your ideal clients and you show up there every day with consistency, right? That's where you start. He's at a different level. You grow and aspire to that level. So that's an extreme, breakdown. Um, it's like you have to ask yourself, do I have the time, team, and budget to execute this properly? Now, if you have the money, but you don't have the time, then you hire this out. This is where you hire people like me to come in and do your marketing strategy and help you create an effective delegation plan for your team. Because one of the challenges is that female business owners that are super successful and super busy are constantly working, and sometimes they're paying people on their team that just need the leadership and direction. And you might have hired them for marketing, but if you didn't give them a detailed strategy on what that looks like, they're constantly disappointing you. And that is your responsibility as a leader to look at it through a different lens and set them up for success. So that's where that misalignment of resources is huge. And there's actionable fixes on, like what this looks like. You can adjust the strategies to fit where you're at in business right now. You can use them with your strengths. Like, what are your strengths and gifts that you give to the world? So be you first. Don't take someone else's advice and decide, well, I'm not good enough. I'm going to not be myself and just copycat them. That's going to get you nowhere. No one's going to want to work with you because you're not bringing your authentic, amazing gifts to the world. So be you first and then decide how to fit this strategy that you think is so exciting into where you are in your business, right? First, based on your strengths and your gifts. Number 3 is ignoring your brand and audience connection. So if you start like just blindly following trends, this is going to disconnect you from your audience. Like, this disconnects you from your audience because they're like, wait, that doesn't make sense. You were talking about something else different. And I have to tell you, as somebody that I am a multifaceted, multi-talented entrepreneur, I have, my hands on a lot of things. And so I have had to learn to refine this because that is something that can lose your audience. But if you're just, and these are all from my own heart, right? They're from my heart. But I often will see other people just randomly taking little pieces of everybody else's strategy and not like remixing it to make it their own. And that's where it's a complete disconnect from your audience. So that's why, like, blindly following just whatever advice and not making it your own is never going to work. Okay. So when you are ignoring your brand and audience, like, it's like you have to ask yourself these questions. Like, so write this one down. Does this strategy align with your brand voice? Does it fit for you? Like, I can't go and take some of the bro marketing and say hustle, hustle when I talk about let's work smarter instead of harder. I know what it's like to hustle and burn out. I know what it's like to try to put on the man suit and like not have feelings and emotions and succeed with that. And it sucks. And I don't want that for you. I did a lot of healing to overcome that. So does this strategy align with your brand voice? Okay, you need to answer that. If not, if it doesn't, then it's not for you. Will your audience actually respond to it? Like, are they going to get excited about it? Do they want this? An actionable fix is to use customer driven approach to refine your marketing strategy. Like, what has been the marketing that has connected the most with your audience? Like, what have you created that has given you the most new clients, the most deeper, higher tiered, higher ticketed clients? Like, whatever that is, look at it that way. So I wanted this episode to be fast and actionable for you. So I want you to think through these questions and then listen to this again, listen to it again, replay it to write the questions down and share this with your business bestie. Another thing we would love for you to do is to leave us a review wherever you are tuning into this episode, whether it's on Spotify, you're doing it on YouTube, follow us there. You're tuning in on Apple, just leave us a review there. So to recap, marketing success is going to come down to having a clear business foundation, realistic resources, right? Like knowing what your realistic resources are, and a strong brand audience connection. Use your voice to connect with your audience. That is the purpose of all of this, right? People do business with people they know, like, and trust. So stick to this. So your action steps would be, before implementing any new marketing strategy, ask yourself, does this align with my long-term goals? Like, does this align with me, with what I'm doing here in my business? Do I have the resources to execute it properly? Or is this something I can do later when I hit that resource goal, right? Why will this resonate with my brand and my audience? Like, sometimes writing out the why helps you refine this in an even better, more clear way. So I strongly urge you, if you want to help fine tune, like if you want help fine tuning your marketing strategy, book a deep dive marketing strategy session with me. I'm going to put it in the show notes, or you can book it right on my website at traceywattscirino.com. And as always, stay beyond amazing. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.